This evening, I wish to thank Antonio Monda and Marilena Ferrari, president of Marilena Ferrari FMR Fine Art Publishing House and of the Fondazione, as well as Fabio Lazzari, vice president of the Fondazione Marilena Ferrari, for their support and their generous cooperation. Please join me in welcoming Antonio Monda. Thank you.
Thank you. It's a tremendous honor for me to be here tonight, and I want to call immediately on stage my two distinguished guests. I'm sorry. Mardi Subero e Renzo Piano. Come on my left. Good evening. I would like to thank, first of all, Marilena Ferrari and Fondazione Marilena Ferrari and Fabio Lazzari, who is here tonight. I would like to thank Bill Griswold for the nice and kind words. There is, as usual, an unsung hero with me, my friend and partner Davide Azzolini, who co-founded with me Le Conversazioni. I remember a line from one of my favorite films, Sunset Boulevard. There is a moment when Norma Desmond enters Paramount Studio, and she says, "Without me, there will be no Paramount Studio." This is what happens with Davide. Without Davide, there will be no Le Conversazioni, and rest assured that he's not Norma Desmond. I would like to start immediately, because we have a long program and a surprise for you. I asked both Renzo and Mark to select a couple of sequences from films that they like. So we'll screen clips tonight, and then I asked them why did they pick these films. Let's start. So, in recent years, I try not to name names. I know it's almost impossible. We have seen many buildings that look like sculptures. How do you react to this trend? I want to ask the architect and the sculptor.
Ask him.
Mark.
I think that all sculptors would like to be architects, and I think that all architects would like to be sculptors. There's some that insult sculptors and do things that look like sculpture, and there are other people that really respond to that relationship, which I think is a really unique relationship. It's the relationship between a piece of sculpture and a building. And sometimes it's like a hand in a glove, and many times it isn't. Ecco, tocca a te.
Renzo, è tua.
Easy. I don't know. I have no idea myself. I don't have
But
theory.
you like this kind of architecture?
I don't have a theory about that. If architecture is sculpture, then of course, it's a sculpture that gives space to other emotion. You know, architecture is by creating shelter, and the shelter are to create other emotion. A house is for the sense of intimacy. A museum is about contemplation. An auditorium is about listening, music. So, as a sculpture, you know, is a very tolerant sculpture. It's a sculpture that is very generous because it gives space to other emotion.
General? No, it's full of emotion, but it doesn't do the function that architects are trained people. They have to obey or at least listen to the clients talk about nonsense and make things that
Nonsense?
Non è vero, è vero. Dicono delle stupidaggini. Clients are awful.
As you notice, we're all Italians on this stage. But
Tu sai che non è vero, non è vero. Tu sai che non è vero. Why you say so? You know very well that I listen, but I'm not very obedient, you know.
Yeah, I agree. You have to.
The difference between listening and being obedient is immense. It's immense. No, I don't know. This is the whole story. Is architecture art or not?
Oh, no, it is.
I'm not sure. I mean, there is a nice definition that was made by, I think it was made by my friend Nanda Pivano. She's a great Italian writer. She's been translating all the American authors. And one, of course, is Lille, Edgar Lee Master, and the anthology of Spoon River. And she said, the anthology of the Spoon River is a bit less than a poem, is a bit more than prose, you know? And I like the idea that architecture somehow is a bit less than poetry, but is a bit much more than building, you know?
Can I ask you?
It's somewhere there.
Can I ask you if you consider architecture art or not? Because
If
him,
it is an art, and of course it's art, it's an art at the frontier of art in some way. I should say it's a contaminated art, but I use the word contaminated in a positive sense. I think it's art that is taking account, is contaminated by everything, by power, by time, by money, unfortunately, and all those things. Sometimes it's a good contamination, it's a happy contamination, because it's making more rich. Sometimes it's terrible. And that's why sometimes you have to listen. Sometimes you have to be obedient, sometimes not. But it's art.
Renzo, you know, when you walk into Notre Dame, the only functional space is within the reach of your arms, right? 8 feet or something like that. That means that they could have built all of Notre Dame 8 feet tall all the way down. Now, that would have been like nothing. Architecture, when it's great, is art. I mean, it gives you that emotion.
Okay.
Aesthetical. There's something that everybody who has gone to the dentist or gone to doctor's operation knows, and they know what the word anesthetic is. And anesthetic means that it's not aesthetic, no feelings. Well, it tells us that what is aesthetic, and that's feeling. When I go into Notre Dame, I mean, that's art, isn't it?
Yeah,
sure.
It is. If you say that architecture is art, then I will say that sculpture is a good construction business, you know. Okay?
Good. I agree. Good.